Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Cosmic Culture, the channel where we talk all things major movie and television news, theories, breakdowns, and much more. I'm your host Chris, and today we have some really awesome She-Hulk news to go over. Now, Marvel is known for releasing a ton of TV spot trailers, and especially the week of the finale, we should expect a lot of these TV spot trailers to come out. However, there was one that hasn't been officially released but was screen recorded as a Marvel Studios sponsor that reveals we will be expecting to see the Hulk again in the finale of She-Hulk, and there's going to be an Abomination versus Hulk showdown. So, let's get ready and get excited for this awesome news for the finale. If you haven't already, consider subscribing and turning on that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our other daily uploads happening here on the channel. You can also follow me on my other socials, Instagram at Chris M. Rosser and Twitter at TheCultureChris. Links to both of these are in the description down below. So, the way that this was screen recorded, the original person who screen recorded it, who has it kind of going all over the internet right now, wasn't able to capture the audio. So we have the clip, the TV spot trailer, but we don't have any audio. Regardless, there are some subtitles, so check out this TV spot trailer. In this TV spot trailer, like I mentioned, it is hyping us up for the finale, but the very end we see the Hulk fighting Abomination. Now this does definitely bring a ton of questions to us about why is the Hulk back? I thought he was leaving in order to, kind of build on to his new story. We were hoping he was going to lead into World War Hulk. Now how does that all make sense? Well, let's walk you through it. In the comics, World War Hulk happens after he has an issue with his family. In fact, he has a son and a wife while he's on Sakaar. Now, this is something that was similarly followed during Thor Ragnarok. He went to Sakaar and he became a champion. In the comics there, he has a wife and a son. And there is a shield ship that explodes that causes his wife to die and forces him to go into this World War Hulk mode. He blames them for sending him off of Earth and for the ship being the one that exploded. He thinks they did it on purpose. This is a very, very brief summary of World War Hulk. Well, the expectation is in some way or another returning to Sakaar. He's gone there to find out he has a wife and child, or rather he has a child with somebody who he may have been with while he was on Sakaar. Now, whatever tragedy might befall them would push the Hulk to go beyond his Smart Hulk or Professor Hulk era and finally break free of those chains, and he would return to Earth in this devious World War Hulk form, which would cause all the Avengers to need to team up. The current people around the MCU, the current individuals, Shang-Chi, maybe even Moon Knight, all of these different characters might need to come together in order to get a hold on the Hulk. And this is exactly what we were hearing. It was going to be a mega series on Disney+. And by mega series, I mean we're hearing that it's going to be 4 episodes and it's going to have a ton of different characters. In fact, this would be the last big team-up event before we ended up in the finale of the multiverse saga, which would be the Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars. Now, this would be really, really cool. It would kind of represent the equivalent of the Civil War moments from the last saga, from the Infinity Saga. If you recall, the Civil War project was actually a Captain America movie, but it involved tons and tons and tons of different characters, and it left them weakened for the big finale. Even Iron Man at some point said you would be there, and they had these big fallouts, and that made them not ready for Thanos when he came around. Had they been ready, maybe in the Infinity War wouldn't have been as long or drawn out, or Thanos might not have ever gotten a snap off in the first place. Now, the assumption is that World War Hulk will weaken the current superheroes, whether it's the Avengers, the Thunderbolts, the Young Avengers, whatever they're calling themselves at the time, a few years from now when this project would release, it will certainly weaken the team. People will disagree or agree on how to handle the Hulk, whether somebody's figured out a way to kill him and people are arguing that they shouldn't, plus some people might actually end up dying to the Hulk, because World War Hulk is definitely a threat. Definitely something that can do a ton and a ton of damage, and I'd be curious to see how they planned on fighting against him, and whether or not this would be the end of the Hulk in the MCU, or whether or not they would end up continuing by having him finally come back to some sort of consciousness. Now, with all of that being said, now I've gone on a World War Hulk rage, let's talk about the fact that the Hulk seemingly is back for She-Hulk. Now, hopefully this isn't some type of weird tease that Disney's doing. Marvel hasn't necessarily handled marketing very well for She-Hulk. In fact, a lot of their marketing was based around the fact that Daredevil was in this project and he didn't show up until the last episode. The series as a whole wasn't marketed as what it is. And that's fine. What it is isn't necessarily terrible, but there is a lot of disappointment from fans because we were expecting something different based off of marketing. With that being said, if this is some type of flashback and the Hulk isn't actually back in the final episode, people are going to continue to be disappointed with Marvel's decision making for marketing, trying to lure people in to watch the finale, and in essence what it is clickbait. So that's definitely something that with the overall marketing of this project we should be a little nervous about, but also I would say hopefully the Hulk will actually be there. But again, this does bring some confusion considering we're all very sure we are headed towards a World War Hulk scenario. So if that is the case, that we still are headed in that direction, what information is Hulk going to be bringing back from Sakaar? We saw that he left, he was headed out to Sakaar, he said he was going to be a while, and here he is in a TV spot trailer for the finale of this project. So does he come back with information that he does have a kid and a girlfriend on Sakaar? Does he come back with the information that he's devastated and that he's been having struggles with the big green guy because he's upset that Bruce left Sakaar and that Hulk lost his entire family because of it? And does he blame Earth and the Avengers for coming and getting him? And all the different scenarios that really could lead to the future. I am just curious how exactly they plan on doing that. And World War Hulk will be a significant project. We've heard many rumors about this being the direction we're headed. We've heard a lot of different ideas coming from not only Kevin Feige, but Mark Ruffalo, who plays the Hulk, who's been pitching several different ideas, and he's confirmed this himself to Kevin Feige and the team for the future of the Hulk. I don't think we're done with the Hulk. I think he has a lot of story left to tell. And given his recent status in the MCU from pretty much the Infinity Saga finale, nobody's really loved who he is. This kind of soft, not Hulk smash kind of person. We want to see the angry green guy. So overall, I would say it's very exciting that we will be seeing the Hulk again, because this would for sure lead us to some type of explanation as to what's going on with Sakaar, why was that so important, and where is the Hulk's mind? Is this getting kind of bended? Are they going to start separating? And what's that post-credit scene going to be? Of course, we have to mention the possibility of further explanation coming from the post-credit scene. The only thing I will say is keep in mind that up to now, all of these series have been about the main character, who is She-Hulk. So if we are actually hoping for some type of big reveal for World War Hulk coming, I would say we are likely setting ourselves up for disappointment, but hey, we wouldn't be the Marvel fan base if we weren't setting ourselves up for disappointment. Hopefully we get some update, and having Hulk return is an awesome addition to the finale. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. As always, thank you to everybody who watched to the very end of the video. If you found it helpful, useful, or entertaining, consider subscribing and turning on that notification bell. I'll see you guys all in the next one right here on Cosmic Culture.